minutes in the book of Acts, and we are into chapter 2. Let's take a look at chapter 2. On the day of Pentecost, all the believers were meeting together in one place. Suddenly there was a sound from heaven, like the roaring of a mighty windstorm, and it filled the house where they were sitting. Then what looked like flames or tongues of fire appeared and settled on each of them. And everyone present was filled with the Holy Spirit and began speaking in other languages as the Holy Spirit gave them the ability. This is what I call high-tech communication. Boy, as we look at this text, it's a historical event. You know, it's the Pentecostal, where 50 days after the Passover, there was a celebration. And of course, there is translation of that celebration now to the Christian faith, as Jews are still honoring the day of Pentecost. But something extraordinary happens. You know, the Holy Spirit, now remember, just before Jesus' ascension, just before the ascension of Jesus, he says, remember John baptized with water? Okay? But now the Holy Spirit will be, you will be baptized in the Holy Spirit. And so that moment, that time has come. And remember, as we expressed it in that session, it's not about individuals, much like the Old Testament. Now there's this flooding over all of these people, okay, who are sitting in a place, and obviously it is also a place, as they are witnessing it, where others can see, and we'll talk about that just a little later. But I call that high-tech communication, that this information is just going to them, and look what happens. They begin talking in such a way that persons from other nations can understand them. This is an extraordinary event. By the way, this is not, quote, the ecstatic tongue. There's very clear throughout this text, you know, that it's not that tongue which Paul will, of course, address. Remember, I said it's a narrative book. If you want the detail of how something operates, you've got to go to the policy books. You've got to go to the epistles, where they're now writing the detail in the Christian life. But through the text here, it is clearly about communicating in such a way that people who are from France, or from parts of Africa, or from parts of Asia, where they are listening to Jews, Jewish Christians, but Jewish Christians are speaking in such a way that the person from Asia, the person from Africa, the person from parts of Europe, they're understanding them. Wow. Talking about high-tech communication.